Hello, everybody.
I just noticed your cup.
Yes, I'm using Toxic Pixie's cup today. Artology Inc. I should say. That's who she is on the. In fact, you can see there. Yeah. One of
Yeah.
our fellow streamers and somebody who's been on the podcast before. Speaking of podcasts, what are we? We are Bandwidth and Banter, right?
Bandwidth and Banter.
Welcome back, everybody. It's an honor to have you all here to hang out with us and chat with amazing streamers whom we respect and adore. Isn't that right?
Absolutely.
Speaking of people whom we respect and adore, last week we had just such a person on. Somebody who was a great connection through Banana Tom and Mia Mao and all those folks over there in the UK.
Yep. Edible Wizard.
Yes, Edible Wizard.
Edible
he did
Wizard.
so good for us. He's just telling us all about his adventures and his experience and his knowledge. Just a wise wizard he is.
Yes. I did wear my special Shiagorath Chi shirt for him last week, though.
That was great.
OG Blaze, yes, we do coordinate our tops.
Yeah.
Actually.
It's true. Yeah, not always 100%. Well, but we plan it. Like last week, you specifically picked a shirt that would fit with Edible Wizard.
Yeah.
And so yeah. Today we have an amazing person who's also someone who we've met through other community members and people we've had on the show. This person is a fellow streamer with a warm heart and an energetic play style, and just a warm, sweet person who's always supporting the other people in the community, especially some of the folks that he's just the biggest fan of. For example, Rusty Tonics and Tarkonix. Yeah. And that's actually how we met this amazing soul. And we just can't wait to have him on the show. So let's do that right now. Who are we having today?
Kirinshikato!
Kirinshikato! Can't wait. There he is. Look at him, guest star, popping up right now. As soon as it pops in, there he is.
There we go!
Say hello, Kieran!
Hello!
We're so excited. Please, introduce yourself.
My name is kirinshikato or Andy. Some people struggle with my name, so it's usually Kieran or my real name. I've been streaming on Twitch for a little over 2 years as affiliate. So yeah, excited to be here.
Congrats, so dude. It's an honor to have you. Thank you for sharing a little bit about yourself. So do you prefer us going by Kieran or Andy or Kirinshikato or what?
Whatever's easiest for people I meet.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, well then, having said that, guys, we're going to share his links and stuff at the end of the interview. But let's jump straight to it because we have some awesome questions for our friend today. And we're looking forward to seeing what sort of interesting, answers he has for us.
I will just say a quick point. I was one of those people where Kieran was like, you can just call me Andy. He pulled the, you can just call me Andy. I had to have other people, I had to hear other people say it multiple times for it to stick in my brain. So, but I got it now.
I mean, it's a great name. That's an easy one for me to remember. I love it.
But it's one of those things I'm like, how do you sound it out? Can you type it out phonetically? Can you help me out here? Anyways, so I just thought it was, yes, I struggled. I was
That's why I usually say it's either Kieran or Andy, just to make it easier for everyone.
I think I got it right off the bat when you shared it on my stream. I mean, it's very, I love Japanese anime and culture and stuff, so
I just suck at sounding things out, so we all have our
skills and abilities.
Anyways, exactly.
Yeah. All right,
Kieran, please share a boring fact about yourself.
A boring fact. This is gonna take me back to when I was about, I want to say 13, 14 years old. I wanted to play an instrument, I decided on playing the trumpet. However, I got advised to play something else, so I started playing tuba for a couple of years.
Yep. I played clarinet, and then I went up to bass clarinet.
Yeah, I remember that you and Starkitty have that in common, both clarinet players. Awesome. So a tuba player. Wow. So on that note, how heavy are those things there? Are they as heavy as they look?
For somebody as young as I was back then, it was pretty heavy, yeah.
Oh yeah, the tuba players get swole, man.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate the band members.
Oh,
they're stronger than
absolutely.
they look.
I believe that. Honestly,
Did you do marching band?
Yeah, marching band, your endurance is insane to be able to do some of the things that you do. Wow.
Well, we have a little bit of a holiday over here, and it's we call it Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
We dress up like pretty much everything. Clowns. It's supposed to be a fun thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to be in a band. Well, mostly that band was about drinking, but we also played tunes. But we played them drunk, so it didn't sound as well as it should have, but it was fucking hilarious.
Love it.
Awesome. So, kirinshikato, my friend, how did you pick your Twitch name? What was the inspiration? And explain to us what it means.
Basically, I wanted to have something to do with the Japanese culture and samurai. So I Googled a name generator at first, but I also specifically put in some of my characteristics. So I consider myself being a helpful guy. I love pulling jokes on people, and this is basically one of the names that came up, and that stuck.
I love it.
Love it. Love it.
What D&D class do you consider yourself to be in real life?
That is also gonna be the samurai. I have a Bushido tattoo on my my left side of my ribs.
Ooh.
And it's the samurai code. And I try to live by that as much as I can. So it's I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Bushido code.
I am.
I may or may not.
It's integrity, respect, courage, honor, compassion, honesty, and loyalty.
Awesome.
Love it.
Wow. Fantastic, dude.
I absolutely love it.
So we understand that you like to read. Tell us, what was the most recent book that you read?
At this moment, I've restarted on Christopher Paolini's Aragon books because he either it's already out or it's about to come out. It's in Aragon. There's a guy who he travels with called Murdoch, and Christopher Paolini made Murdoch's side of the story. So that's going to be the whole book, which describes Murdoch's life. I want to read back on Aragon just to catch up and try to remember everything again before I get that book and read that one.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite book and your least favorite book?
My favorite book is going to be Lord of the Rings. I've read that so many times, and I can read it a million times over. It's just an amazing book. And my least favorite book, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Jesus. Can't really think of one right now.
Did you read the Twilight series?
No, I refuse to read that one. I've tried watching the movie, but I was like, yeah, no, this is not for me.
I grew up in Washington State. I had to read Twilight.
Really?
To be able to bash it, you know?
Well, if something comes to you, it's okay.
You could just be like, this book.
This
I
book,
read
yeah.
this one. It's awful.
I remember I purposely wanted to forget this book. Thanks for making me remember.
It'll like, you'll be like half asleep and then we'll just get the message from Kieran, like, this is the book.
Probably, yeah.
You have you're welcome to do so, because I'm curious.
Yeah.
If I come up with a book, I will definitely let you guys know.
Cool.
Roger that. I know that is a tough one because, you know, I suppose it's pretty rare when we hate a book that we've read. But yeah.
Sometimes you just want to see how bad it ends, you know? Like I've started reading books and I'm just like, this is awful, but I like kind of need to know how awful it can get. I spend way too much time reading terrible books.
I'm the same, but I've got the same with movies as well. No matter how bad the movie, I'll finish it. There's only a couple of movies I was like, yeah, no, I'm not even gonna finish it. They tried making a movie out of the Aragon books. I did not make it till the end.
Yeah.
It was just terrible.
On that note, this might actually, this is a perfect segue into this question. What is the best book to movie adaptation you can think of? And worst?
Well, I'm still going to say Lord of the Rings. There's, I forgot the name of the actor, but the person who played Gandalf, he literally had he literally had the book with him on during acts. No, this is wrong. It has to be that and that and that way. So he was arguing with the director, put it in the way that it was written in the book.
Respect.
That's awesome.
The only thing that's different is, well, the biggest difference is the battle at Helm's Deep.
Yeah. Well, and
there were no elves involved in the book.
Right.
It was
and they left
people
out
from
all of Tom Bombadil, right? And the
yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah,
I would have loved to see Tom Bombadil.
Agreed. So would you say that that book you named before was the worst, the adaptation?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the problem they had with that one, they tried to fit 2.5 books in one movie.
Mm-hmm.
And everything felt rushed to me.
Yep. The
characters didn't work out. So yeah, that was one of the worst adaptations.
Yeah. Well, I hate it when they rush it.
Season
8 Game of Thrones. I hate when they rush it. Don't even get me started. Don't even bring it. I'm sorry I brought it up. I didn't mean to bring it up. Anyway, it's the rage. Kieran.
Yes.
What is the best prank you've ever pulled on someone?
Best prank. Well, the best prank. I can be very persuasive if I need to be, and people will believe me. For example, I made a colleague believe. I don't usually work in the weekends, only when it's strictly necessary. But he also knows that during the week, 3 days, I work with the animal department. So I was there on a Saturday, and he was like, "The hell are you doing here?" Well, I've got to help with the animals, and there's new dogs coming, and yada yada. I made up a whole story about it, but I was actually helping them out because they were shorthanded. And he didn't ask any questions, and we started working, and I was actually working next to him. After about 2.5 hours, he looked at me. "Why are you still here?" "Because I'm helping you guys out." "But you said you were supposed to be with the animal department." "Yeah, no, I was fucking kidding." "Right, you got me on that one." And I've had several of those kind of things.
Yeah.
For example, making people believe that Tark had his 40th birthday a couple of months ago.
Oh, I remember the chat when you were just like 40 and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Tark's 40?"
I still can't believe I fell for that. I mean,
I knew as soon as Kieran put that up in chat, I was like, oh, this is a joke. I am in for this joke. I am ready for it.
I mean, myself and Star Kitty are examples of people who are younger than they or older than they look, right? And so I was like, well, maybe Tark just looks super young, which is not unusual. There are people that just look way younger than they really are. And I'm like, well, maybe he could be in his 40s. Yep. I don't know. You got me on that one, Kieran.
I love it. I love it.
Switching gears a little bit,
love
bro.
it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What?
I was going to say, I just especially love it when I'm like also in on the joke. I'm like, yes, I'm going to help. I'm helping.
That's the best feeling.
Kieran, switching gears here. What drew you to Twitch?
What drew me to Twitch? Mm-hmm. I was a gamer as it is. Mm-hmm. And at one point I was like, why not, if I'm behind my PC anyways, why not show the people what I'm playing and how I'm playing games? And it started small, obviously, but it felt good to me. And I love hanging out with people, and I love pulling jokes. My whole idea is there's enough shit in this world as it is. If I can make somebody laugh or smile, even if it's just one person a night, that's the whole goal.
I love it.
Agreed.
Such a great attitude, brother. We appreciate you.
Agreed. What did friends and family think when you first started streaming?
They were, well, they don't understand. Most of the older generation, like my uncles and aunts, they're like, what the hell is Twitch? I explain it to them, yeah, but why are you doing it? So I like it. And my nephews and cousins, they're like, yeah, but why would you do that? They just don't understand, and they're not interested in the whole Twitch idea. But the amount of people you meet on here and the friendships you can get from it, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of all of the friendship stuff, I mean, obviously, we have all these communities coming together, and Bandwidth and Banter is helping bring people together, but this week there's this week and just earlier last week we had a story like that. Of course, Rusty went out and visited Tark and several other folks in person. And then we got Kozik and Chili and Tan Tater and Nahomi and No Forn and Spud all meeting at TwitchCon. I just think that's I love hearing those kinds of stories, and I can't wait to one day Stormkeep get together. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing indeed. Yeah, definitely.
And when we could even make our way out to Europe and drop by and visit folks like you, Kieran.
Oh, that will be.
I'll be knocking on the front door. I'll be knocking on the front door.
I'm gonna hide the cats.
Because he knows I'll steal them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same with Banana Tom and his dog. He knows.
Kieran, what struggles did you deal with when you first started streaming?
It was hard. Of course, you've got to build a community. You're streaming for either your close friends who are like, oh, I'm just going to hang out, so yes, the viewers. But or just the lurkers who don't say anything. So you're basically talking to yourself. That was hard at the start. But once you start reading into other streamers and you get to meet their communities, it will grow. You get people from their communities to come into your streams. So that made it a whole lot easier. And of course, I still have days that I'm streaming for 1, 2, 3 people. But most of the time, I'm lucky that I get a decent amount. I love the interaction with people in the chat. I'm glad that I now have it, because at the start it was just like, yeah, well, I'm playing a game and I'm talking to myself. I'm like an idiot. But hey, that's just how it is. Everyone starts there.
Yep. What tips can you share to future streamers?
Just be yourself. Don't pretend to be anything else than you are in real life. You can make up a character, but don't overdo it. Just stay true to your core, and just keep on the schedule. Keep doing what you want to play. If you want to play Rocket League, if you want to play Call of Duty, play those games. At later stages, you can still ask the viewers for suggestions what they want to see you play. But at the start, just do what you want. The viewers will come.
Yep.
Indeed.
Amen.
Agreed. I mean, it is your space that you're inviting people into. So you're right, buddy.
I went on a whole speech about that today too. So, yeah.
I can't wait to hear about that.
I can recap it at the end if you guys are curious.
Oh, I was there at the end. I must have missed it.
No, it wasn't at the end of this. It was in the middle of my stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So kirinshikato, what do you enjoy most about streaming?
The communities, the interaction with the people. I mostly play together with a friend of mine called Grim. And we always have a go at each other. It's fun for the people, and we know from each other, whatever we say, it's not meant as an insult, it's just meant to slightly annoy the other one.
Right on.
And that's,
right
yeah, I like that. It relaxes the atmosphere. Breaks the ice, so to say, for people who are normally not that easily to speak up in chat. If they see us interact with each other, they're like, oh, they're quite chill, and they'll start opening up and they'll start chatting.
Yep. Absolutely. How long have you been playing video games? And what was the first one you ever played?
I built my first computer when I was 13, and I think that was the first Doom and Wolfenstein games that were out, where you could actually count the pixels.
Great games. There's still an active community of people playing and modding them today.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
We love modders.
Yeah.
We love them so much.
Indeed, of all games. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
we love modders.
Oh, this is a good one. I like this question. What is your favorite game and least favorite game that you've played on stream?
I'll start with the least favorite. I got invited to both alpha and the beta testing for Anthem. That game was really hyped, and the alpha and beta were amazing. Between the beta and the actual release, they've changed a lot of things, which made the game really bad.
Oh, wow.
So I started playing it when it was full release and was like, what the hell did they do? And I've played it maybe 2 days. I uninstalled it and I never looked back. It was the worst money I spent in my life on a game. And my favorite game would be, I love the Ghost Recon games. Ghost Recon Wildlands, the tactical shooters, where you can, you can choose to be stealthy about it, or you can pretty much wipe out an base. But I love playing those kind of games.
Awesome.
Kieran?
Yes.
Can you tell us about the music that you like to play? I hear that there's a keyboard next to you or something. There was potential, you said something, like there was something said in your about section about there's potential music streams. Like,
yes. For now, it's just basically I'll have YouTube on with a piano tutorial of whatever music, mostly the easier ones. So some Coldplay, some Evanescence, and I play along with that.
Oh, cool.
But I'm a pretty far way away from actually feeling confident enough to start doing that on stream, because I have not touched a keyboard in a long time, and I need to get back into it. But that would be the kind of songs I would play.
Yeah.
Yeah, the popular pop, the pop songs, so to say.
Yeah.
Sure.
How can you see?
Switching gears again a little bit, what branch of the Dutch military did you serve, and what was your job description?
I was in the army, and I started out as a scout.
Oh.
But during one exercise, I messed up my knee so bad that I was unable to do the long marches with the heavy backpacks and full armor and all that kind of stuff. So I went back to logistics, and I came with a unit that did transport, water purification. They did the cooking and all that kind of stuff. And I spent the rest of my time in the army there.
Gotcha. Thank you for serving. I mean, I know that it's it's a big deal in any country that folks do that.
Absolutely.
It was my pleasure.
Much respect. Love it. Tell us about TRG and what are they about?
TRG was basically a Discord where it wasn't follow for follow, but we were trying to help people grow. So we got new people in. If they were not affiliate, we would promote them so people would go to their Twitch page and get them the 3 executive followers, for the followers they need, the viewers at the same time. We would help them grow. But somewhere last year, or somewhere started this year, things went well, not bad, but it went really quiet. So we were unable to do raid trains, didn't have signing up anymore, and officers, I was one of the officers in there, we had to step in to fill the gaps, which was all right for us, but that wasn't the entire idea. We wanted to get other people in the train so they could get the viewers. And it was 2-hour slots. So, for example, Tark, and after 2 hours, he would raid out to the next person on that train, and we had 7 slots in total, starting from 4 my time, so that would be 10 a.m. your time-ish, and until 14 hours later, about midnight.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's cool. I really like that concept of like all pushing to like, we're getting you guys there. We're doing it. We're banding together. We're working together. We're doing the stuff. Like, I think that's super cool.
I agree.
That's what we're trying to do here at Storm.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I know. It's a good thing. So
yeah. I like that we have our own way of doing it, though, right, Druid?
I absolutely.
You're doing it.
I love
your own thing. Oh man, I can tell that I think that Druid wishes she got this next question that I got.
Dear.
Please tell us about your precious fur babies.
My precious fur babies.
Yes.
They're both on my lap at the moment. So.
Oh wow.
So this black and white one, she's Arya.
Oh.
I got her back in 2008 when I came back from Afghanistan. And this one is the little shit called Takeo. He's the rascal. He likes destroying things and causing chaos. But it's all fun. They are always happy to see me when I come home, and they always are cuddles. So they help me as well.
Yeah. They're the best. I love it. I show off the animal section of my Discord often. And I'm always just like, and this is Kieran's cats. Look at them. They're adorable.
They are.
Queen Arya. The queen. She's the queen.
Yeah, she's feeling better as well. She's well, she is terminally ill, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the medications are working, and she actually gained some weight. She gained
good.
about 1.3 kilos.
That's good.
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 The babies.
Hmm.
Wish they could live forever.
That would be nice indeed.
Wouldn't that be nice? Just
Yes, it would.
soul tether them so we can just like we all live as long as our animals live as long as we do. You know, just that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, okay. What is the weirdest sleeping dream you've ever had that you're happy to share?
Sleeping dream as I was sleeping at night, or when I was awake and felt like I was sleeping?
Yes, when you're sleeping at night.
Sleeping at night.
I'm curious why you had to make that distinction. So if we
Yeah, I'll explain the other one in the later stage.
Yeah. That and also English is the second, so.
or fifth.
Fifth, that's right. That's true.
Like
the weirdest one I had. Dreaming I was a superhero at one point, and a train ran over my legs. So it was all mangled up, and literally a couple of minutes later, it was all healed up, and I could fly again. And it was like, I woke up and I was totally like, what the hell was this dream?
Right on. That's kind of cool.
It was chaos.
That's kind of cool.
Love it.
It actually segues great into my next question as we wrap into the last few questions of the primary interview, and that's, if you could be any superhero, which one would you be and why?
I would have to go for Wolverine.
After that dream, right?
Yes.
Be able to regenerate anything.
Yes, regenerate, have amazing claws, pretty much indestructible. Yeah, that would be my choice.
Nice.
That is a very good choice.
Mm-hmm. Solid.
I forgot of that. Sometimes I just forget some superheroes exist until they're brought back up again because they're tucked away in my brain, just like off in a corner. And then people are like, "Oh yeah, remember that thing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I do. That box is over there."
Uh-huh.
I just had that moment. Wolverine. That's a good one. All right. Last and most important question.
Mm-hmm.
Milk chocolate or dark chocolate?
Dark chocolate, definitely.
Why?
The milk chocolate usually is a little bit too sweet for me. I like the bitterness of the dark chocolate better.
Like, how dark of this dark chocolate are we thinking, though?
Dark, really dark.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be really bitter.
Like 80, 90%?
Something like, yeah.
Yep. Same boat. Darker the chocolate, the better. I considered, we considered putting white chocolate in, but then we're like, that's not even chocolate.
Yeah.
So why even include that?
Yeah.
That doesn't count. Sorry, my controversial opinion.
Yep.
White chocolate sucks.
Plus, on top of that, it wouldn't be a dichotomy then if we had 3 in, so.
True.
Guys, we've come to the Q&A section of the interview with our man, Kirinshikato, cat lover, server in the military, amazingly skilled Rocket League player, and first-person shooter man. A Doom player after my own heart, because I too got started in the PC world with Doom and a couple other games like it. But please go drop Kirinshikato a follow, subs, bits, all the support that you can give, because he's exactly the kind of wonderful person we want to highlight. He has the attitude that's right in this field, right? He wants to entertain people. He wants to bring light and joy into people's lives.
Yes.
And so you always have a good time when you're hanging out with Kirinshikato.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So jumping into it, what sort of interesting questions do we have?
Edrinth asks.
Yeah.
Edrinth asks, any chance you're playing any RPGs, Kieran?
I played a lot of World of Warcraft until I think 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I I couldn't commit anymore. I was raid leader. Didn't have to fully commit my time anymore, so I stopped playing World of Warcraft back then.
Mm-hmm. Understand. How about any TTRPGs? Have you played Dungeons and Dragons or anything like it?
No. I only had 2 one-shot D&D sessions with Rusty, and I want to dive more into D&D. But yeah, it's the time difference that's causing the issue.
Yep.
It's
one of the things I'm learning.
That's a hilarious question. Why did you choose the Army, and why did you regret not joining the Air Force? Obviously, it's a leading question from our man Edible Wizard, because I think he's also in the Army, right? Isn't that what he told us? Or Air Force.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry.
Joining the Air Force. I joined the Army because.
Yeah,
I thought so.
It was Army.
That's why.
I was like, oh, no, I'm second guessing my memory now.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, Kieran. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I wanted to join the Army basically because I wanted to. The unit I went to, I already had everything planned out there.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go there, start as a soldier, work my way up to an NCO, and preferably all the way up to an officer.
Mm-hmm.
Messing up my knee didn't really help, but I still, at the other unit, I worked my way up to corporal, and I was working on becoming an NCO when the budget cuts came in. So then everything fell apart. Yeah. I had to leave the Army, and that was the end of the story there.
Yeah.
Well, now you're making your way. You're in your own way in the world, like all of us, and
yeah.
You figured out the important thing in life, and that's that, how can I make the world a better place and enjoy my own life while I'm doing it? So,
absolutely,
definitely, yeah.
I know this answer, but I would like to just say it. I ask it again in front of the people. How many languages do you speak again?
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask that too.
I find this okay, and I'm gonna just really quick. As an American, I find this fascinating because we don't do that here, and I wish we did. Yeah. So this is why I'm just like.
Back at school, mine is our own language, Dutch. We had English, German, and French. My sister was following a course of Latin, which she trained with me, so I could answer her in my own language, but I would understand what she was asking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't speak Latin myself, unfortunately, but.
That's super cool still. So, I just think it's so cool.
It is. It is. It's fantastic. What was the hardest of those languages to learn?
French. The language just, I didn't connect with the language. There were so many ways I could say one sentence. And I was like, no, as soon as I can drop this, I'm going to drop the whole language because I hate it.
Yeah, you can. Can you still speak it fluently?
Probably, if I did the same thing, the simple things. Je m'appelle Andy. Introducing myself. Ça va bien. The simple things I can remember, but I would not be able to do an entire conversation with people in French.
Yeah.
Ditto. Same thing. I had French in high school and college, but I couldn't carry on a conversation now if I had to.
I kind of know how to sign.
A little bit of sign.
I want to learn sign language. I really want to learn it.
Yep.
Yeah. I grew up learning sign language, like basic sign language, because of my brother. It was really difficult for him to pick up spoken language, so he was learning. So learning sign language is easier than spoken language because it just it's a different part of your brain. And so we grew up learning sign language together, and I took some in high school. And I agree. I know enough to get by. Like if somebody that comes through the coffee shop that's deaf, I can get my way through the order with them and they can get what they actually want. But it's basic sign language. That people sign too fast, and I'm like,
Slow down.
no, slow down. I can't.
Yep, I agree with Edible Wizard. It should be taught in schools as a second language.
Yeah,
Just think about it. It'd be a perfect language for everybody to learn and be able to communicate together under certain circumstances. I think it's brilliant.
But there's different sign languages for different countries too.
That's true.
ASL is American Sign Language, which is actually based off of French Sign Language.
Interesting.
Fun fact.
So, Kieran, what inspired your love of samurais and the Bushido code and Japanese culture?
Basically, the history. I was a history fanatic in high school as well, and when we were having that era as a subject, I started doing my own research. Next to the things that we were learning in class, I would go, well, it was dial-up internet, so it wasn't that fast, but I would still go and look things up. And basically that stuck to me all those years. When I decided to go to Twitch, this choice was easy.
I love it. Which ties in great, actually, to Ghost Reaper's questions. If you could get your hands on any historical sword, what would it be and why?
It would be one of the katanas made by Muramasa, one of the most famous swordsmiths of Japan.
That'd be so cool. Just to see one, just a historical sword would just be so cool.
Are you into anime as well?
I'm a little bit. I'm not that deep in as I would like to be, but I'm watching Bleach, the Thousand Year Blood War. I've went through from Commonwealth to World's Strongest, a couple of animes. I'm getting advice on what things to watch next, and so far I'm enjoying it. But I only started maybe late last year, really going to anime.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm a huge otaku, so if you dive down deeper into that world, well, I'm sure we'll be able to have some fun conversations and get some suggestions from me as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you need suggestions, Stormy's your guy.
Ghost Reaper asks, if you could name your own katana, what would it be?
If I could name my own katana. Jesus. You ask the difficult questions, dude.
Yeah, Ghost Reaper, that was a hard one, yeah. I have to say, I'd have a hard one with that.
Only things that come out are really cheesy names like Lightbringer and all those kind of things.
Oh, I love it. Sometimes you gotta embrace the cheesy shit, you know? I love it.
Yeah, I think that would be it that would be the name I can come up with for now. I think a little bit more about it. I'll find another name, but yeah. Lightbringer seems good.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
I love it. Goblets and Warlocks asks, Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Yep.
Except for the newer movies, they
don't count. I hear I hear a lot of people are like, nah, those don't count.
They used to say that about the prequels as well, and nowadays those are a lot more well loved than they used to be. But I kind of feel like that the sequels will probably always be very divisive.
It's people's personal opinion. Some people like the new movies, and I mean there are good scenes in it, but it just doesn't tell the story as the older ones.
Yeah.
I support you, Clayton, on Twitch. I support you.
And that's okay, Clayton. Yes, I agree. If you liked them, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, and that's the cool thing. You know, we can be friends and still say, well, I like the color purple. I like the color green. Well, that's cool.
This is the color blue. It's the
You
same
like the
color
color
I've been
blue, you
seeing.
know
It's the same color. It's the same blue glow.
Well, you sure have memorized that, haven't you?
She gets reminded of it a lot in her streams.
Some people use that as their like walk on. You know, they're just like, hey, remember this, Druid? Oh yeah, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
My husband was like, I'm pretty sure your bladder's blue at this point. And I'm like, you can just shut up. Don't look at me. I'm done. It's hilarious. I'm mad. I'm mad because it's funny.
It's great.
Ghost Reaper asks, sour candies or sweet?
Definitely sour. I'm not that much of a sweet tooth.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite sour candy?
Blue bladder.
We have those sour mats. It's basically strips, and they're really sour. I like those.
Mm.
Let's go. Shut up, BT. I regret saying anything.
Do you have any questions for us, Kirinshikato?
Oh, fuck you.
Tiny blue bladder. I don't blame you for doing that. I think that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for adding to the conversation.
How long have the both of you been streaming? I know Druid hasn't been that long, but Stormy, how many years have you been streaming now?
I think it's 2.5 now.
Yeah, Stormy and I have actually been streaming the same length of time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
But you were a little bit shorter.
I didn't take it as seriously in the beginning. When I first started streaming, I was way more into being a moderator for somebody else's chat than I was being my own, like doing my own stream. And it really wasn't until the D&D that I started to just get get a good stream schedule, get a good, like, you know, because like I streamed enough in the beginning to get some good jokes in and like, you know, have some good memes. That's where Mohaka was born. But it wasn't really until the D&D was when I really started to take Twitch seriously. At first, it was just like kind of sort of a hobby I did randomly with like zero structure, nothing fancy. I was just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think recently my most recent sub from Star Kitty was 29 months. So that would tell me, well, that's how long I've been affiliated. I think I had streamed probably 3 months before that started. So
yeah, I'm starting to get the
Hi, Robo
2
Ninja.
years, 8 months, and 20 days. That's how long you've been streaming.
Clayton, this thing, or which one are you talking about?
I don't know. I was about to ask, like, what big black rectangle are you talking about? Is that oh, that's the keyboard.
That's the keyboard. Cool.
Yep. There we go.
That's the keyboard.
It is the keyboard.
That's cool, dude.
Yes.
I love it. We can't wait for you to learn more and play as some tunes.
I know. I have to bother you about a music stream. I have to bother Rusty about drumming. A music stream.
Rusty is going to do a drumming stream at one point.
Yeah.
I know that much.
Yeah.
I know. It's like he's like, it'll happen.
And Clayton, unfortunately, I cannot at the moment because it's almost 2 a.m. People are not going to appreciate me if I do that.
By the way, it's really good to see you, Clayton.
It would be great. We'll get it one day. One of these days.
All righty. Druid, you have another question?
So
yeah, I've got one question for the both of you still.
Okay.
Yeah.
What got the both of you into D&D?
I'm going to let Druid answer that one first.
When Fate and I first got together, and you were doing that get to know each other bullshit, like, oh, what do you like to do for fun? One of the things that he brought up was he he used to play the Palladium system, not really D&D, but it was a tabletop RPG. And I've never had, at that point, like, I've heard of D&D, I've learned a little bit about it. I've never had the opportunity to play. But when he and I were talking about it, and like we were talking about character creation and all that stuff, I was just like, I want to play so bad. And we had a couple of like failed campaigns, and but what really got me into D&D was playing with Stormy. Like this Saturday D&D campaign is like my first true D&D campaign I've ever played ever on Twitch. And I love it. I'm so addicted. It's beautiful. It's my favorite.
And I've said many times
so
before,
much.
you guys are absolutely the dearest group that Starkey and I could find, and we're so happy to have found you guys. For me, I got into D&D in 1981. I was a wee lad, and I remember I was at the mall with my mom, I'm pretty sure, either my mom or grandma, I don't remember, but I was at the mall and there was a hobby store there. And hobby stores are a lot different back then than they are nowadays, but they're, I don't know, I guess maybe not. There was lots of different, it was mainly like the hobby store was filled with, like model airplanes and model tanks and, the kind of models you put together with glue and stuff. And then, there was a wide variety of different things, but then they had this upper level section, and I found these books that had like knights on drawn on them, and skeletons, and princesses being rescued by from dragons, and I was like, what is this? This is so cool, because for some reason I really always liked medieval fantasy. Like I just liked King Arthur. I guess probably reading, when I was young, I would read like different kinds of Arthurian legends and stuff, and so I always liked that idea. And so this was the base. That what I saw in that book, those books, it was actually I was looking at modules, but then I also saw the box, and the box blew me away, and that was the basic expert set. I had one of each. I wish I had known the value they would eventually have. I would have kept them, but I've been doing it ever since. I did have a stint of I don't know, probably 6 to 8 years where I took a break for a while. But what's so funny over there?
Getting on his shoulders. I don't know why
God,
it's so
look
cute.
at
Look at him. He's just like, I love.
Oh, so adorable. Starkity asked a really good question. Do you want to do it?
If your life was captured in the expectation versus reality meme, what would the two pictures be?
Well, expectations would be, like I said, with back in the army, everything planned out. Okay, I want to do this and this and this and this, and then reality, basically everything in ruins.
This is fine. Everything's on fire.
This is fine.
Me. Hold on, wait. I have the perfect. Hold on, wait. I have one. I got one. I got one for you.
You do.
Hold on. Please hold. Please hold while your party is reached.
Looks like Robo Ninja has a question. Do you have a favorite culture? For example, his favorite is Japanese. I think Robo Ninja is a little late to the interview, but that's okay, Robo Ninja. Well, thank you for coming when you come. Yes, kirinshikato loves the Japanese culture and the Bushido code, which is why he's named himself kirinshikato for Twitch. Tell us something that else besides the Bushido code that you love about the Japanese culture, kirinshikato.
The way the samurai are, they seem peaceful. Everything is, they take life as how it comes. They do their training, and they grow their own crops. There's Jesus, cat.
She's like, give me attention.
No, you could tell, but it's zoomies mode right now. I can feel it in my soul. He has the zoomies.
It's gonna be there soon. But yeah, it's just the whole way of life of the samurai that gets me.
Mm-hmm. I love that so much. I respect it with my soul. Ghost Reaper asks, what is one of your memorable moments in any game?
I think that would be one of my Ghost Recon Wildlands moments. We were playing with a group. I was on Overwatch as a sniper. And I think my furthest shot on there was over 700 meters while trying to cover the people at the base.
Wow. That's impressive. Wild. I have to step in and thank Clayton for fluffing and flattering me, saying he thought I was born in the 2000s. Oh, this is a good question. Did you have the last question? Oh yeah, cool.
Go for it.
Kieran, this is a great question for us to start wrapping up the interview with, but I love it. It's a really unique question from Star Kitty. If you could invent a holiday, what would it be and what would you call it?
That's a good one. It would be a holiday that can be something for all cultures and all religion. Basically, so doesn't matter which religion you are, you can celebrate that day all together.
Mm-hmm.
It would be something like that. What to call it?
We could brainstorm.
Yeah.
We could call it TwitchCon. Let's go! Kidding. I'm kidding. I like this question from Star Kitty. What is the most useful item you've purchased this year?
Second litter box.
Nice.
The most useful one. No, it would probably be something for my computer setup. I've got my second webcam. I've got my stream decks. It will be one of those because they are a big help with streaming.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
All right. Last two questions. What would you say to your 18-year-old self if you went back in time? That's from Robo Ninja.
What would I say to my 18-year-old self? Stay in school. Because I gave up. I did study to be a chef, but I gave up on that training after 2 years. I've got my diplomas and all that kind of stuff just to join the army. It would have been better if I stayed in school a little bit longer. Yeah, it would have helped me out later in life.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You got the last one.
Oh,
there,
I hear
Greg.
that.
It's all you.
Starkity asks, if you were any action figure, what 2 accessories would you come with?
I would have a cat as a sidekick, and I would have a katana.
Yup.
Perfect.
I knew it. I felt that in my soul.
Yep.
I knew it. I was like, there has to be a cat sidekick, I swear to God.
Yep.
If there's not a little tiny Arya, I swear, I want a refund.
There has to be.
And I knew he was going to say a katana as well. Well, this is the part of the show that it's sad that we come to, but as time marches on, that's what we must do. Thank you guys. Thank you, our good friend Kirinshikato, for joining us today. It's a pleasure and an honor to have you. and can't wait to see you in the streams and see what you're up to and see you kicking ass in Rocket League with Grim. We appreciate you, sir.
Thanks for inviting me. I had a lot of fun.
Awesome. Fantastic.
I have to buy Rocket League. I want to play with Kieran.
You don't have to buy it. It's free. It's free on Epic.
Right on. All right. Druid. Wow. It was so awesome having Kieran on the show. I've been waiting so long. We scheduled him a while back, and I've just been waiting and been excited. And it was such an honor to have him.
I know. It's been great. I've fallen in love with Kieran. Don't tell him I said that. He is just such a good dude, and he deserves so much. He deserves everything. He is such a good guy, and I literally, like, when I see like something posted in my Discord, like, I'm like 50-50 shot it's Kieran and his cats, and it's just so good.
And
like
he's oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, it's just like it is amazing. He's a really good guy, and y'all should definitely just go hang out. It is wonderful.
And he's amazing at networking. He's always, it's like he never sleeps. He's always in somebody's chat, cheering them on, brightening their day. Even when he's not streaming, he's brightening people's day, which is why we adore him. So guys, please go drop kirinshikato a follow, subs, biddies, all the works. We got to help support amazing folks like him. And on that note, who do we have next week?
Next week is No Form.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Can't wait. That's Cozy Conchili's significant other. So it'll be a good one for sure. Check it out. We appreciate you guys. And do you have anything else you want to say before we wrap up, Druid?
Love you guys.
Yes.
Thank you for being
here. That's a good
here.
one, as always. Okay. All right. Here we go. Thank you guys for coming to the show.
Please drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below.
If you're listening to the podcast,
please rate and review the episode.
We are Bandwidth
and Banter.
Thank you.
And good night.
Wow.
Goodbye.